Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Mental Health Awareness Initiative. And today we have a special guest, Shilpa Apurva from Oman. She is a consultant dietitian and very glad to have you on the show, Mrs. Shilpa. If you could tell me more about yourself.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dr. Hina, for giving this opportunity to share my some of views in relation with pandemic situation. Hello, friends. How are you all today? As Dr. Hina introduced me, I'm Shilpa Apurva from Oman, and I'm a consulting clinical dietitian, nutritionist, and researcher. I run my online clinic under the name of 365 NutriCare. As we all know, we are going through a very unpredictable pandemic situation since last 14 months and going through very stressful period or a stressful situation which is not in our hand, but we can stay healthy, happy, motivated if we follow some of the tips, if you add some mood foods in your daily routine. So today I'm focusing on those foods which keeps you in a healthy state, physically, mentally, socially also, and which helps you to release the stress your body undergoes or your mind undergoes. These foods are commonly known as mood lifters or boosters or elevators like that. Before proceeding ahead in this discussion, I would like to make a note that all the information which I am today giving you is for general purpose. If any one of you is undergoing some specific medical conditions, then please consult your dietitian or a physician before making any changes. So, Dr. Hina.
Firstly, I would love to be called as Dr. Hina, but I am Mrs. Hina right now, as the title still needs to be earned by me. But it's very interesting when I was listening to you, and it really gave me a curiosity as to what did you meant by when you said boosters, food boosters, like there are
Mhm.
specific food items because everyone is at home. And that will be really helpful for them to know.
Mm. Mm. Because
So, what
all these things are really within our reach in our daily in at our home.
okay?
And before mentioning those foods, I would like to, in short, I would like to explain what exactly happens when our mind is or body is under stress condition. That time our body starts retaining all the toxins, free radicals, which are involuntarily produced in our body, and these toxins and radicals acts as a blockers, and slowly gradually our body undergoes the anxiety condition. The factors like today's pandemic situation or medication, prolonged medication, or hormonal imbalance or menopause, teenage group, all these are involuntary, which we cannot control. But
Right.
some factors, yeah, but some factors which we can control, like our emotions, our sleep pattern, our dietary pattern, if we or exercise pattern, if we can control that and if we work on that, then many of these mood swings can be minimized.
That is interesting. So it's
Yeah,
like you are telling our listeners that there are two categories, like something which is in our control and something which is not. So
yeah,
we focus on what we can do from our own self. Many of
yeah.
the mood swings and the imbalances can be monitored.
Correct.
Okay.
So as I said, that many factors which we can control is the biggest or the most important factor is food, our dietary pattern. As we everybody knows that food directly affect our mood. So proper selection of food and following your daily routine pattern will minimize the chances. So all these mood foods are categorized in two uh, sections. First, which are the elevators or the lifters. These foods effect will give a positive effect if we add them in our daytime diet, like breakfast or lunch or tea time. So these foods like banana, citrus fruits, tea, coffee, all these are mood elevators, but they act better way in daytime. The second category comes under relaxer or those foods which gives a calming effect on our body and mind. These are included and after sunset, like and night time, like dinner before going to bed. If you take these foods, they give calming effect, such as milk, chamomile, lavender, dark chocolate, nuts like walnut, almonds, hazelnut, etc. So these are the foods. If you add them at right time, if you select them properly, then it will be helpful.
That is really a very good information because it's like, sometimes we add banana, for example, as a snack while we are awake in the evening. So,
Hmm.
what you have drawn our attention, and especially my attention, is that okay, these foods, if eaten before sunset, they can lift your mood. And to
Hmm.
have a calming effect after sunset, the foods should be included in the diet.
Hmm.
And still, it's like, some people are, as we all know, going through the
Hmm.
restlessness. So, what would
Hmm.
you recommend as a dietitian?
Yeah, very good question. As everyone knows that hydration is a therapy. So keeping our body hydrated is the best and very simple way to lift your mood. Whenever it's not like a time bound. Whenever you feel low or stressed out, just take a splash on your face, wash your hands with normal running water, and immediately you will feel relaxed. For inner side, inside the body, you have to increase your daily water intake just by adding few more glasses. Like after every 3 hours interval, you have a glass of water with fresh mint leaves, if possible, and a few drops of fresh lime juice if possible, because the aroma of these two contents lift your mood, and this is the easiest detoxing water which will detox your body, which will acts as a immunity boosters also, because vitamin C fruits are immunity boosters. So multiply this water will act on your body and ultimately gives you a good result. Second thing is vitamin D. So the vitamin D, the most cheapest source of vitamin D is sunshine. Whenever it is possible for you, go for a walk, expose yourself whenever it is possible, expose yourself to the sunlight, and take as much as you want. And if not possible, like in today's pandemic conditions, we all are inside, and ample in many houses, not ample of sunlight is coming. So in that, or some medical conditions also, it is not possible for us to go out, then add some foods like fish oils, which are rich in vitamin D and E, because vitamin E is also a immunity booster. And in today's condition, we need immunity boosters also. So add a fish which are rich in oil like sardines, salmon, etc. Egg yolk, fortified breakfast cereals, or vegetables like kale and this spinach, etc. in your daily diet. Third thing is add more colors in your daily routine meal. Adding colors means adding lots of fresh vegetables and fruits, which are very rich in their color, like red, purple, yellow, green, orange. So many colors are coming.
Okay.
So you can add them in as much as in raw form, like salads, some sandwiches you can make, or some bhel. Many dishes and many recipes are there on everywhere. So add as much as you can, because they are rich in vitamin C, antioxidants rich. Their texture, aroma, taste, all will give you a relaxing and happy feeling. And they boost your immunity, mood, everything.
Okay. Before we move forward, when you mentioned about the water part, wherein we
Hmm.
need to keep hydrated. So, for
Hmm.
example, if we don't have the
Hmm.
vitamin C in the form of drops, so it's like, is it okay to keep a jug in which we add slices of lemon and mint?
If possible, go with that.
Okay,
Hmm.
because that can be fresh lemon, just cut and keep
Yeah,
it in.
fresh lime, fresh lemon. If you feel, you might have experienced it when you cut the lemon slice, that aroma, that oil, that instantly elevates your mood. You will feel happy. Yeah. And when you smell mint leaves, that also gives the same effect.
Okay,
Hmm.
so that is like a very good tips again to be followed, and very easily it can be followed by everyone. So the listeners, whomsoever is listening right now, if ever
Hmm.
you feel low or
Hmm.
restless, so follow the
Hmm.
trick that is shared by Mrs. Shilpa, and I'm sure
Hmm.
you will have a very lifting effect on your mind as well as body.
Hmm.
So tell me one thing, in this last year, since the
Hmm.
pandemic scenario is
Hmm.
there, have you
Hmm.
personally experienced any stressful moment? How did you
Yeah.
cope?
Yes, I'm not different from every. So everyone is facing some or other problem. Maybe intensity varies, but
True.
yes, yeah.
Mhm.
And as a nutritionist or dietitian, I know how to cope up with this. So we add a glass of orange juice in our breakfast time or in evening time. We add green tea, coffee. We take chamomile tea, lavender tea, mint tea. All these are means if you add this, then immediately you will feel good, or your mood gets elevated.
Okay, that is
These all
wonderful.
are like dark chocolate, tea, coffee, all these are habit forming. So before adding this, all types of teas, coffees, dark chocolates, you should consult your dietitian or your physician, whichever. you take a second opinion, take their guidance, and then go ahead with this. Because if you are facing or going through some medical condition, as I mentioned earlier, then what type of tea is appropriate for you? How much dark chocolate portion should be added in your diet should be advised by an expert. So I'm repeatedly saying this because
Um,
lots of information is available on various sites and everywhere. And people, they just follow it blindly, or someone is benefited by some kind of regime, then they want that type of relief. But every machine is designed a very special way. So better you take a help or advice from your expert before going
that is
ahead.
that is
Yeah,
very true that you have again mentioned again and again that we should
yeah.
consult before
With-
following any new thing in our own diet plan.
Yeah.
Tell me, Mrs. Shilpa, one thing that just struck to me. What would you
Hmm.
advise if people are diabetic or they have a high BP? Is there something that they can do differently?
Yeah. All the
Okay,
modifications should be prescribed on their pathological reports. So these people should consult to their dietitian or physician, and then they can follow the regime, whatever it is advised.
okay. So it's
Because
like,
they are on
mhm.
medications, that is why. And their all the modifications in their diet are very personalized, very tailored. So better these people should follow the instructions given by their experts.
So is there any COVID diet?
Yeah, COVID
There?
diet is there because many of them are recovered now, and their diet should be rich in protein, rich in carbs, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D. Overall hydration should be maintained. So the foods which are mentioned above should be a part of COVID diet.
Okay, so that will help them in the recovery phase.
Yeah, recover. Because all these foods which I enlisted above, na, they are immunity boosters, elevators, and calmers.
Okay.
Hmm.
Before we end the session, is there anything that you would like to share with our listeners?
Yes, I would like to mention that keep a record of your mood swings. Like in monitor your mood swings, record them in a diary, like about trigger factors, what trigger your mood. Is it if you are going through a cycle, then hormonal imbalance, or if you are in a teenage state, then again trigger factors. These are, you should mention it, record it down. Then the time duration, like in the daytime you get irritated, or at the night time exhausted body workload and all that. So keep a record of time, the duration you are in that state. I mean, how long you are in that stressed state. So mention that in that diary note, and the frequency or recurrence of this mood swing. So this will not only help yourself to evaluate, but it will be a good helping hand for people like us.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so accordingly, then they can find out what
Yeah.
actually they are in reality
Hmm.
feeling or facing rather than a generalized thing.
Hmm.
So that is a very good idea to
Hmm.
record and maintain a diary wherein they
Hmm.
can note down their mood swing with the
Hmm.
time and the frequency along with the duration as to how long they
Hmm.
experience a particular thing in a day.
Yeah.
As food is very important, and anything specific, since we are at home and gaining weight also,
Hmm.
any
Yes.
food.
This is mostly my patients are coming because of weight gain. During
Oh,
this pandemic condition, everyone is working from home, not
true.
exposure to sunlight or in nature, no outgoings, nothing. Exercise they are doing at home only. So weight gain is a big problem nowadays.
So how should they monitor in general? I just one or two points if you could share.
Yeah. Uh, Actually, inside your house, if you have some space, then do yoga, jogging. If you have some surroundings where you can do cycling, or just if you have not, then no problem. Do skipping. If your physical condition is okay, then go for skipping. Because if you have knee problem or lumbar problem or something overweight, then it's not possible. So monitor your physical condition and then follow the exercise regime. Then add the fruits, vegetables in their fresh form, not in a preserved or cooked form. Eat them raw. Increase your daily water intake because hydration is very important.
Okay. Since
Hmm.
now summers are also ahead,
Hmm.
and it's really a good reminder for all
Hmm.
uh, for all of us, because
Hmm.
we tend to forget drinking the water
Hmm.
when we are at home. So yes, after every 3 hours, as you had mentioned earlier,
Hmm.
drinking water will help us to
Yes,
be more
definitely.
composed and also in losing weight.
Yeah. And never skip your portion of meal. Like uh, now I don't have any enough time. So after I skip my lunch and then I add some healthy food in tea time. No, don't skip food. Take it on time. May you reduce the portion, but eat something after 2 3 hours. Small portions like just a fruit, an apple, or some strawberries or watermelon. This season is very good time. Uh, Quantity is coming out for watermelon, and watermelon is very rich in an antioxidant. It's rich in pigments. It's rich in water content, and it will elevate your mood because of its color and water. So add lots of watermelon in your diet. It will help you in reducing weight also.
Thank you, Mrs. Shilpa, information that you have given and shared with me and with our listeners. And to wrap up, what I understand is that we should not skip any meals. We
Hmm.
should something, though the quantity we may reduce, but we need to have it at the proper time
Hmm.
and increase our water intake as summers are also approaching. Do the
Hmm.
exercise as per our own condition.
Correct.
Include the mood boosters and lifter foods that mentioned earlier at
Hmm.
appropriate time so
Hmm.
that they function more better for
Hmm.
ourselves. Thanks a lot for taking out time to be here. Really
Thank,
appreciate it.
thank you, Dr. Hina. And to all my listeners, I would like to advise that stay positive. The change is coming because change is mandatory. Nothing is permanent. So this is going to be changed when we don't know, but stay positive because life is very precious, and we it is not only for us but for our loved ones. So take care of yourself, stay healthy, take all the necessary precautions, and stay safe. We will definitely going to come over this situation.
With that positive note and all the mood is lifted up, we end the
Hmm.
session right now. Thanks a lot once again. Tomorrow with another episode. And till then, take care as advised by Mrs. Shilpa and follow the diet at the right time. Stay tuned. Have a nice day. Be safe. Bye.